foundations of its success are built on classic cooking. So I'm going back to its roots to discover a much-loved vegetable dish that's been around for generations. At a proudly traditional restaurant we run, head chef Nancy took over from her father, 11 years ago. Bonjour.
Hey, bonjour.
Nice to see you. Very nice to meet you. Your father?
Yeah.
Le chef, le vieux chef.
The chef, the original chef. The original chef. Now the new chef.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
This restaurant was opened in '64. It's the mother of my wife opened it. And she was a chef just before me.
It's a long time. And you learn from the family, so the recipes are all passed through the generations. I love this. If this was back home in the UK, we'd have to have a roof.
Yeah, yeah.
It's always raining.
No roof. And my parents live
Just here.
just on the top.
Is that so you can keep an eye on what's going on?
Absolutely.
I've come to learn how to make one of Provence's most iconic vegetable-based dishes, artichoke à la barigole, using the familiar ingredients of carrots, onions, bacon and lettuce. It's incredibly simple. Now I feel at home.
Yeah.
Once you've mastered the art of preparing artichokes. Not my favourite job. I always get somebody else to do the artichokes.
Okay, I understand.
Such a difficult vegetable to prepare. I may pass this job up in my kitchen, but Natalie does every one herself.
I'll take it. After very, very thin,
That was quick. Why did you do that?
because I do every day.
How many do you prepare a day?
15 portions per day.
All the leaves are peeled away, and the stem is neatened to expose the heart of the artichoke. It's all coming back to me now. So you just nick off the top. So, you get the beautiful centre. And it's this bit in the centre, which is the little furry bit that you can't eat. It's not very pleasant. You just take this little melon baller. This was a serious piece of kit when I was in catering school, and if you had one of these, you were a proper cook. So there it is. A little bit of fur there, look. I actually think they're called artichokes because it's this bit. If you eat it, it'll choke you. It'll stick in the back of your throat, and it's, look, not very nice. And that's it. All good to go. The artichokes are rubbed in lemon to prevent them from turning brown. We are ready for more veg.
Oh, so now we chop
Chop, chop, chop.
3 carrots, 2 onions.
I may not be up to speed with my artichoke prep, but I can still hold my own in the kitchen.
You do that better than me.
I've been doing it a long time. When it comes to the carrots, it's bringing back more memories of my classic French training. I remember we had this at college,
Yeah,
at school, for this dish. So doing this is part of the recipe. It's this pattern. Oops. I'm sorry about that. Once the patterned carrots are sliced, onto the bacon. Look at that, look at the fat content on that. Beautiful piece of marbling. Ingredients prepped. Time to cook.
First, onions.
Onions in the bottom.
Yeah. Olive oil.
Okay.
A lot of oil.
That's it, oil.
Salt, of course, not too much. Okay. For me, it's only my nose.
My nose, yeah.
Okay. White pepper. Okay.
Sweat those out. I feel privileged to be sharing a recipe that's been made like this for so many years.
Onions in the kitchen, I think it's the secret. Onions fried. Are you agree?
I agree. I think onions are at the beginning of everything.
Yeah.
After adding the bacon, carrots and seasoning,
Just a little bit of
just a little.
Yeah, just a little. White pepper.
You're here again.
Artichokes. This picture. Comme ça?
Yes.
Bob,
perfect.
God.
Yeah, fantastic.
The next ingredient is what I wasn't expecting.
Lettuce.
This is the one ingredient I find quite strange.
This,
Yeah, in this, yeah.
like spinach, you can put it.
This is really nice. So, first time. Sometimes chefs, we think too much. We make things very complicated. This is how it's always been done.
Yeah. I said that.
And you've not changed it.
I agree with that.
There's just one more ingredient.
A little bit white wine.
For a drink?
Yeah, you want?
Oh, for this? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we add the lettuce.
Okay, Marcus is my assistant. You want to come to work with me?
That's probably the 8th offer of a job I've had so far. So
I know.
I don't know which one to choose.
suppose.
I am amazed that you've not changed the recipe.
Yeah.
I think I know why.
Why?
Probably because of your father.
Oh, yes, I
He's
passed
probably
it.
always watching you.
Yes. You have to taste.
To taste it.
Yeah.
That's it.
What's the what?
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's perfect. If it tastes good now, before it's cooked, it will just taste even better
Yeah, of course.
when it's complete. I may think it's great, but the all-important taste test is yet to come. What does Jean-Francois think of the dish I helped to make? I'm a little nervous. Okay,
Let's see.
let's see. Moment of truth. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Merci.
It's okay.
Almost better than mine.
I hope so.
I've eaten a lot of food while I've been in France, and I've tasted some
Some
fabulous
chips?
dishes.
Not
This
vinegar?
is probably the best dish I've eaten. So delicious, so pure flavour.
What do you think about the lettuce?
I think it's great. I understand if it was cabbage, it'd be different.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fantastic. Thank you for sharing this with me. It's a beautiful dish.
Thank you.
There's nothing more humbling than getting the opportunity to cook a dish that's been passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, I was going to say,
It's
you just
still
can't
the
eat
way
it.
it was always cooked. In fact, you know what? I go back the seconds. That is incredible.
Yeah. I will.
I've missed out on so many years of not knowing my family.
It's literally in your blood.
Wow! It was written in the stars.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Tuesday, 7:30 on SBS and on demand.
Planning even just a few dinners a week with HelloFresh can help in a lot of ways. Less stress, more variety, no one getting prickly about dinner.
I think I have to back match the floor.
HelloFresh, hello dinner.
You know Nick Robb, the founder of Uncle, who bargained his way across copper-costed waters, not far from here. That didn't happen. Just telling you how I heard it.
All gold. Rich in character.
Enjoy your free trial, Mark.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
So, how'd it sound?
Loud and clear.
Try our new Ampli Mini AI for free, small and powered by artificial intelligence, which reduces noise and enhances voices. Call 13 My Ears to book your appointment today. Real Aussie couples share their fears, frustrations and hopes in their journey to keep love alive.
They didn't think it was going to be this hard.
Couples Therapy Australia. Stream free on SBS On Demand.
I'm not sure if it's the ideal dish for the party later, but I've got something else in mind. So I'm stopping by the market to pick up some ingredients. Well, bonjour, monsieur. Oui. Wait. Oh, I know. As I was coming around the corner, I could smell the lavender. I just think this is just absolutely stunning. Flour, herb, it's so user-friendly, but it's not used so much here in France. I'll give it a swerve this time. Amazing. It's finally time to create my dish for the party. With so much veg to choose from, I've decided to celebrate
Doesn't
the
this have
abundance
that
of variety of produce from the region by creating a glorious platter of white bean toasts, topped with a ratatouille of Provençal vegetables, and served with a pistou sauce I've already made. Simple, economic, yet still feels like the ultimate sharing treat. So to begin, very simple. I've got some beautiful white beans, the haricot blanc. They're already cooked and soft, and these are great for purees. So I'm going to put them into my little blender. So add to that a glove of oil, a pinch of salt, and a squeeze of lemon. I'm also just going to put in just a little bit of chopped chili. A bit of a bite, a bit of a hit. Get that in. Next, blitz until it's thickened, but still retains a little texture. Perfect. Put it into my bowl. You could say that's the glue that's going to hold the veg on top of my toast. Start now grilling off some of these beautiful vegetables. Some shallots, an aubergine. So I'm going to cut the aubergine in half. So, leave my pepper whole. A bit of oil on top of my aubergine. I'm just going to drop those on my grill. I just want to get a little bit of char on the outside. So I'm going to put my aubergine on the top. I think I might just cut the pepper on there. Let that burn away. Just need to now get on with my prep of my shallots, and I can start making the vegetable mix. I'm just going to cut up into a nice dice. So my shallots just gently chopped up. Just a good drop of oil. Put these into my pan. I'm just going to get those on just gently sweating. It's not like a shallot or an onion that we're going to put on a burger or on a hot dog. I just want to just get them the rawness from it, the harshness of it, so it's mellow. Back to my simple grilled veg. Have my aubergine, cut that into a nice dice. Then the red pepper, cut that in half. With the seeds. Goes in now, just chop it up. And no ratatouille is complete without tomato. Absolutely beautiful. Courgette time. I quite like the bitterness that the skin puts into a dish as well. If you don't want to cut it up, grate it. It's a great grill salad. Test my chopping skills. As fast as it used to be. Mainly because I'm just slowing down. Ready for the shallots. Drop those on top. Little splash of vinegar. It's time to put my puree and spread out your white bean paste. Butter. A puree like this is so versatile. You can use it as a dip or even as a side dish for a roast dinner. And for the price of a tin of beans, it's extremely cost effective too. On with this beautiful mix. The garden. It's lovely. And to top it off, the pesto sauce I made earlier. How good is that? That's a feast, Provençal style. Perfect for a party. Now, I've just got to get it there. Down at the Petit Ferme, preparations for the party are well underway. And I'm heading there a little bit early to get my toasts all set up. Here we are. This is the event I've been invited to, and I'm really excited. Alongside my dish, I'm laying out a little flavour of all the incredible produce I've discovered since I've been here in Provence. I want it to look good. I just hope that they like it. I'm not going to lie. I am a little nervous, but I'm also looking forward to this. All these incredible ingredients are starting to bring back so many fabulous memories of my time here in Provence. Every ingredient at this table is a story for me. From constructing my own calison and helping to make wine, to tomatoes picked fresh from the farm. It's all here. I think that's good. I think I've got space for my board. Now my veggie toasts are in position. It's party time. The rest of the guests are starting to arrive, and I'm so glad to see a few familiar faces. Oh, the produce you are growing is incredible. This dish is your dish. This is the flavour of Sebastian's garden. It's a local event where guests are invited to share food and produce, and many of the people I've met since I've been in Saint-Remy are here. Benoit! How are you? Nice to see you. Enchanté. I loved meeting Benoit at his pistachio farm. This, when I taste that now, it's so delicious. I've never thought of it as a fruit. But what does he think of my veggie toasts? Everything on here is local. Very simple. Very simple, very simple.
Enjoy. So many people here I know. It gives me a chance to say thank you and hopefully impress them with my cooking. And I probably couldn't create any of the dishes I have out here without olive oil producers like Emily.
That was incredible. I don't think I'll ever look at olive oil the same again. But listen, help yourself.
This home, all the ingredients we love, made them just wonderful. Speechless.
Thank you. My local, and I'm realising just how much I've become part of the community.
Bonsoir.
Yeah, how are you? Yeah. Joelle, the chocolatier, and Bastien, the winemaker, both skilled producers I was lucky enough to visit.
That is fresh. Everything is fresh.
This is
what we need.
My veggie toasts seem to be a success.
Yes. Gin. Cheers. Cheers. That's it. Hey, thank you for inviting me to your party. This is incredible. There we go. Please.
In Provence, it only feels right to mark my time here with a little speech.
Many years ago, when I went to school, the first thing that I learned about was the cuisine of France. Coming to Provence was my first step into the world of you, the supplier, the provider, the farmer, the grower. And I didn't really know what I was going to find. But what I have found is some incredible people, huge amount of passion, the stories and the generosity of what you have given me has been quite extraordinary. This table represents you. You. And without you, there is no table. Thank you. Thank you. Santé. Merci beaucoup. Merci. C'est quoi ça?
To give you a small typical of Hollande. To thank you,
my favorite,
for coming in Provence and
thank you so much.
And discover all this beautiful.
It's super. This is my favorite. Wow. There we go. That's brilliant. That's super. The flower of France. That's fantastic. Merci. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the party. Thank you. I've cooked the food of France all my life. It has been the bedrock and the foundation of who I am as a chef. But I never ever thought in a million years that I would have the experience that I've just had all the time that I've been here. And to meet the incredible people of Provence and Saint-Remy. Thank you. But also to hear their stories and to learn the skills of what their trade is all about. The memories, for me, will live forever. The bullet, yes. Without the food of France, I don't think I would be the chef I am today. During my trip, I've been a sous chef, run over by goats, searched for snails, steered a combine harvester. That's brilliant. I met some beautiful, passionate people along the way. But if there's one thing I'm going to take home with me, and that is I'm going to keep it simple.
Never miss a moment with SBS On Demand. You can stream your favourite channels live, anytime, on any device. Same shows, same times, always free. Stream now on SBS On Demand. City food markets are lively, colourful and full of wonderful aromas. They tell us what food locals eat and what their habits are. Food markets tell city people that spring is late, that summer has been warmer and drier than usual, that winter has closed in. They help us understand a fundamental issue of our time, where our food comes from and how it's produced. The city of Venice has 49,000 residents and hosts nearly 3 times as many tourists every day. That's 3 tourists on average for every 1 resident.
Many know the city squares, the Canal Grande and the bridges going from one sestiere to another. Few know the islands and the lagoons surrounding them. Where a boat is needed for nearly every errand that must be run. For the Venetians who have chosen to continue living in the lagoon, the historical market close to the Rialto Bridge is a fundamental necessity. Located in the center of town, it covers a big area which snakes through different squares and calli. It's the place where most Venetians find their fresh food every working day of the year. One can find squid, crabs, mussels, baby octopus, and a variety of fish inhabiting the lagoon. And fresh vegetables are on offer with a range of fruits according to the season. The Rialto market and its 1,000-year-long history are the pride of Venetians. They know the colour, shape and seasonality of the products, which reveal where they come from, as well as aspects of Venice that are lost on most tourists flooding the city. Spring brings an eye-catching rush of fresh greens and vegetables. These small batches come from the islands in the northern part of the Venetian lagoon. The most beloved are the artichokes.
Il carciofo di Sant'Erasmo è la pianta stessa di quella della Toscana, però la nostra è più saporita, più amara, diciamo, perché prende il sapore della laguna. Questo crea un gusto differente, ma su tutte le verdure, non solo sui carciofi.
Most of them are produced by farmers and landowners united as a consortium. One of them is Goya. She studied to be an architect, but decided to dedicate her life to farming the family plot.
I nostri campi si trovano sulla punta estrema dell'isola delle Vignole, nella laguna nord di Venezia. Si tratta di una piccola metratura e abbiamo circa 5.000 piante.
For her, farming is a way of getting closer to the environment and the lagoon surrounding her hometown.
Mio padre ha ricevuto in eredità a mettere di terra coltivata più un giardino molto bello dove c'è un'antica polveriera per
The islands of Le Vignole and Sant'Erasmo, as well as the lagoon's lowlands, are rich in agricultural produce.
Da sempre, dal 1500, quindi dall'epoca della Serenissima, è sempre stato un luogo sostanzialmente disabitato, abitato da
A great variety of asparagus, many salads, tomatoes and pumpkins are cultivated here, but the most famous of all the products is surely the purple artichoke.
Il carciofo violet di Sant'Erasmo è particolare rispetto a carciofi molto simili a questo come specie, diciamo, arborea, perché è coltivato in terre salate sostanzialmente. La grossa differenza è il tipo di terra. deciso di fare
decent
una
sized block, close to the middle of
che
town.
avevo deciso e invece la
Fucking
facciamo così nel
shit.
ristorante.
Another difference is that they ripen in spring and not winter.
Il momento in cui cominciano a buttare i carciofi è l'11 aprile e la prima infiorescenza è la famosissima castraula, ovvero il primo fiore, perché i carciofi non sono frutti, sono fiori, cioè sono germogli, che cresce al centro della pianta.
Goya Camerino now has a solid knowledge of the artichoke's life cycle.
He seems not too bad.
She lends a hand during the harvest and organises deliveries to restaurants, directly to consumers, and to the Rialto market. Venetians are so fond of their artichokes, they have different names for the ones first to arrive, which are smaller, for the second, which are bigger and rounder, and these with the long stem, which come in May and end the season.
We got a big support panel on the roof there, because that's remote bearing wall through there, so there's a big fucking beam up in there, because I pulled out that. It pretty much took out the wall here supporting it.
Most of the stalls at the market are managed by Venetians living in the lagoon. Nelio has been working at the market all his life and has a stall selling seasonal
Well,
fruits
it's not
and
a build, he's
vegetables.
more of a brickie with fucking trade he doesn't
Salterà una volta all'orto del Dogi, che lo chiamano così perché era solo la verdura tutta che arrivava da Salterà, perché non c'era come i mesi di adesso, che abbiamo tutto tutti i giorni e tutto là.
Oh yeah, trying to get him out of the way with parts.
Nelio Baita is part of a family that lives on San Erasmo. For generations, they've combined farming and market trading in Rialto to make a living.
Yeah.
Today, the garden of the Doges, the lords of Venice in the 1700s, is still the city's vegetable garden.
In questo momento ci sono sì, carciofi, botoli, piselli, zucchini, insalate, rapanelli, rape con la foglia, il semolo, anche carofiori magari.
The Venetian lagoon covers 550 square kilometers. It's the Mediterranean's largest wetland. 8% of it is land, the city of Venice and the other islands. 11% is open water and canals, and 80% is mud flats, tidal shallows, and salt marshes. Locals know that springtime on the lagoon means it's time to fish for cuttlefish.
È sempre finire una, non tutte, e diventante per poter portare uva.
From March and April onwards, the cuttlefish come from the open sea looking for warmer water.
Non li vedi dentro quasi perché si trova a temperatura giusta per non fuoriescere. Qui la laguna può essere in taglie seppe, se la temperatura dell'acqua non è giusta non nasce la laguna, ma si trova a temperatura giusta e ne nasce tantissimo.
Ivan fishes squid in the central part of the lagoon. Others fish here too, but they come from the mainland or do it as a side job. His entire livelihood depends on what he catches here.
Per imparare a pescare devi guardare il tempo, devi guardare la laguna, il fango, l'alga è dove che resta tutto il pesce.
Ivan Bugnolo started at the age of 15, learning from his grandfather and father. No one knows the lagoon as well as he does. It's as if it's his natural habitat. He's a solitary worker, totally focused